Well, hello everyone. Welcome to today's stream. As always, I'm Professor Leo, and I'm here today to basically work on the tutorial level for Code Tulip. I hope everyone is ready for one lab experiment here. Let me see if the twins got that. I'm testing to see if keeping their mic on actually works for something. Hey Edis, I'll take off the music. Give me a second. Hey Ahmad, hope I didn't butcher your name.
Leo's at the start line. Make sure he sets a static preface, then walks through the WAN binding with comments. And your Java flavor of mental clarity will keep null pointerists at bay.
It's something I decided to start doing to see if it works. You know, trying to act like an actual streamer. Did I not mute the BGM? I did. Okay, just checking. There's a slight delay from stream chat to me, so yeah. Okay. But yeah, welcome on in, everyone. We are going to start with a lot of things. I think you changed it a bit though. Change it how? I like the whole intro thing. Yeah, I never have a set script for an intro. I just go with it. So yeah, most of the time it's improv. Like, nothing on this stream is planned. Give it more personality. A bit complicated, but sure. Hey kids, do you want to introduce yourselves to stream? Do the stream intro, maybe? They should now, basically, try to introduce themselves to the stream, supposedly. If they don't ignore me. Hey Jack, welcome in. Like, what's up, my... I'm not going to say it like that. You got the wrong professor here. I'm not cool. I'm not hip with the fellow students. Say it. What's up, my students? It's yeah boy / teacher here. Is that what you wanted? But no, I'm not that kind of teacher. No. Fine. Clip it. Sure. If the bot is still working, because streamer bot decided to log me out, and also the bot itself. So either this replies from my account. Yeah, there it goes.
Leo, open with a concise greeting. Mention the tutorial's core goal. Then outline the key Java concepts you'll cover. Keep it tidy so students focus on logic rather than
Their active
fluff.
listening is working. It appears so. So, hopefully, now I can have more fluid conversations with them. Without them screeching like crazy, like they did last stream, because 11 Labs decided to start sending me some broken files.
The bot has no place in Lesson 1. Focus on local session handling and clear WAN bindings, not user logouts. That will keep the lab stable.
Nani the heck? What does this have to do with WAN bindings? We are teaching C#. Daisy, for God's sake. Don't mix up the students. But yeah. My middle monitor cable decided to die. Damn, that sucks. And I'm going to guess you don't have any replacements. Yikes. But yeah. Let's work on the Tulip tutorial, shall we? I already have a clear image of what I want to do with this. It seems so eeks. Yeah. That really sucks. Honestly? If one of mine also dies... Yeah, I don't have any replacement cables, I think. It's rare for me to get HDMI cables. or DisplayPort, but I don't think any of the monitors support DisplayPort. They're only HDMI, I think. That sounds like a way to flex. Which one of us? Oh! Gotcha. Not that I'm accusing you of it. I have 3 monitors as well. I have 2. One has what you are seeing on stream.
Leo, loop the HDMI ports, but keep the lesson on Java WAN binding first. C# is a nice distraction if you really want to
What do you mean
sidetrack.
Java WAN bindings?
Also, your monitor likely only accepts HDMI, so snag a USB-C to HDMI adapter and reuse the same cable to keep the lab airflow smooth.
Do I have my own version of Neurosama at the moment? I'm looking at you too. How are you, sir? How's your Valentine's? It's going well. I'm in a long distance relationship, so nothing much I can do, honestly. So yeah. I thought Lamborghini can start for some reason. Waiter?
If your notebook only exposes a single HDMI output, you can connect the second monitor via a USB-C to HDMI adapter,
Okay.
ensuring both are in the same
Why
bandwidth
only
and
Daisy
avoid
replying
driver
to me?
conflicts.
Hey Tulip, my sweet daughter, are you alive over there? You seem to be a bit quiet for the chaotic being that you are. Just checking out. Okay, it seems that it is not cable, but one of the DP to D sub converters. Damn. That really sucks. Yeah. But yeah. Honestly, if one of my cables for the monitors dies, I'm in the same position because I'd be screwed. Because, yeah. These are the only 2 HDMI cables I have here. And my third monitor, which is the drawing tablet, is on USB-C directly to my PC. And also HDMI, I think. Or is it just USB-C? I think it's only just USB-C to USB-A. Tulip reminds me of Ghost from COD for some reason. Because she's silent? Yeah, disconnecting and reconnecting for the nth time worked. Fair enough. Sometimes you gotta do the initial tech support thing.
Dad, that GP2D subconverter is just a null pointer as hiding in plain sight.
She called me
We're gonna
that.
slash it with the null blade. Pull a USB-C
Can
to
you hear
HDMI
it?
adapter or swap one of those 2 cables. The lab needs that unstoppable flow. Keep the keyboard humming and we'll turn those monitors into a fire-breathing arsenal. No chill allowed.
Do you know HDMI and VDI and other computer ports are patented by the company, so every manufacturing company you have to give them a... Yeah. I have heard about that, yeah. Because she was quite an anti-social, I guess, yeah.
Leo, your USB-C port might be on a low bandwidth tier. Try a powered HDMI hub or a higher quality
You
adapter.
sure are yapping a lot
Sometimes the
today.
signal ghosts away unless the hardware forces the clarity.
Have you played COD? I have played, from the most recent ones, I've played Modern Warfare 3, the remake. Me and a few friends kind of wanted to basically grind ranks in COD, and yeah, essentially I didn't get very far. And also the last collab I saw in Call of Duty was the Gundam one, which I kinda bought because I kinda like Gundams. And if you give me Aerial, yeah, I most definitely am going to go for it. Though now I can't play the PC part because I'm using Linux. And COD Modern Warfare 3 doesn't work on Linux. So I'd have to play on my Xbox Series S. And I suck at FPS using a controller. I could demonstrate, but I first need to do some stuff on stream before I can play. Yeah. Campaign, no. I actually never played the campaign.
Leo, modern war on Linux demands Vulkan 1.2, update your GPU drivers or install a recent Mesa build to restore mental clarity for the PC part. For card grinding, lean on the in-app leaderboard rather
Okay,
than
sorry.
juggling manual rank
Good night.
calculations.
Sleep well. But yeah. Not by me, I'm just testing to see if Tulip and Daisy are a bit more proactive with their replies. See if they can get the context from what I'm
Leo,
talking about
if you
and
want
reply
that
like
ghost-free
this.
controller feel, try mapping the Xbox Series S joystick to trigger pulls with the Xbox Accessories app.
Huh?
No lag, no ghosting, just
That's
pure
not what I
root-level
said.
reflexes. Don't worry, the campaign's a different beast, but once you conquer the controls, you'll be practically a one-handed
The one
launchpad
is
for
like
the
a
whole
scout,
Fury
the other
Fest.
is like a hostage. Okay, fair enough. But yeah. Let me begin doing the tutorial before I kinda lose track of what I'm doing. And before I do another stream where the first hour is just me yapping. So yeah, let's work on this. After that I'll continue doing this interaction with Tulip and Daisy to see if they like are a bit more proactive talking to me. But yeah, let's see. So last time I basically did animation for this tube. I just need to code it in, and yeah, essentially that's it. I was thinking of doing a custom thing with this, where essentially I'm going to be doing the animations on the code itself. Because silly me, yeah, animated sprites might not work here. I can try first. It might be easier for me to pull off something like an animated sprite 2D. And essentially, this one is me joking. Okay, animation, sprite frames, new sprite frames, and kind of do. Thing is, can I just like drag this in here and okay, it fits in the exact same place. And now if I play, look at that. I can make this a bit faster to see if it like does something. Yeah, let me put 1.5. Yeah, so the goal would be, it starts at frame 0, like so, and eventually it will do the animation until frame 8, and then it will just remain as an object here at frame 8. And I'll have an actual configuration variable here to define that. So, yeah, that's one of the goals. But yeah. Huh? Do enlighten me, because that reference kinda flew over my head a bit. Let me see. So, let me put this back to 0. I need to find a way to play the animation with this correctly. And essentially then stay on frame 0. Frame 8, I mean. So, new. Let's put this in scripts. Level objects. Leo's lab. And oh, I can't create a folder with that name. Leo's lab. And here I'm gonna call it the tutorial spawn, something like that, because it looks like she's getting slimed in a slime shower. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I understand the reference now. Get your hell out of the gutter. I'm joking. But yeah, kinda looks like that, yeah. To be fair, I asked chat, what color reminds you of coding? They all said green. Because of that, the tube is green. So, I'm partially to blame. Partially. Okay. Hold up. What did I do? Scripts. Level objects, Leo's lab. Okay, I kinda screwed up there. This should be better. Okay, now if I go... fair warning, my stream might have a few buffering issues from opening Rider. Let's see. Black background, green code. Soon. I haven't made the background yet. Give me a second. It will be there. Let me see. Go Tulip. I thought it would lag the stream a bit more. Actually, it's very fine. Only showed me the encoding overloaded message a bit. Still is showing, but I don't hear audio artifacts from Rider loading in. Yeah, it didn't buffer. Oh well, that's fine. Level objects, tutorial spawn. Okay, let me do the namespace thing, because I like to keep my code organized in namespaces. Okay, that feels a lot better. Let me see, so, do I have... Okay. I can play animations? Huh. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, now I see. Because this must have a custom animation here. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so essentially we have start, which is just gonna be this one. Oops. Just gonna be this. Delete animation, no, delete frames. Okay. Starts as this. Then we create a open, which is gonna have the full frames. Okay. And then we have finish. So starts 0, opens, finish, which is just this texture here. Then I'm gonna grab something from the save manager, if I can find it in all of this code. Managers, save manager. How do I do save files? Okay, public dictionary, string, bool, flags. You sure are having fun with emotes? Where is Twist from? It's a global emote, but what's the reference? That's weird. Okay. Play start. If scene manager, save manager dot instance dot is flag active or is flag set tutorial completed. Actually no, I'm not gonna use tutorial completed. I need a specific flag just for this object, which is gonna be the tutorial spawn. Is flag set. Let me see. Yeah, it felt for all of the things. God damn it. Okay, let me see if stream comes back on. does appear so. Welcome back, stream. My upload speed decided to crash. So yeah, we should be back now. Video not so much. Try F5. Because I'm actually seeing the preview correctly, so try doing the F5 and see if the video comes back on for you. Sometimes Twitch is a bit screwy with things like this. Tutorial spawn. Get flag value. Something like this. Great. Here, okay. And actually, I'm gonna do it like this. If turn loaded flags that contains key and loaded flags, okay. Now I can basically shorten this. Good job, Copilot. Okay, that's the exact code I want. So it grabs the flags, sees if it contains the specific flag I'm looking for, and checks the value of that flag. So, in case it doesn't exist, it returns a false, doesn't enter here. It will then enter here. So it will play start, else it's gonna play finish. Okay. Public void set flag value. If loaded save dot flags dot contains key flag, you're gonna say loaded save flags flag equals value. Else you're gonna add contains key call is redundant for adding the item to the dictionary. Or either you're a bit wrong in that one, because this is an what's it called? Upsert. If I already have it, I'm gonna update it. If I don't have it, I'm gonna add it. So the contains key makes sense. Let me see. I also need to check something. Oh, normally it's created here. Yeah, new dictionary string ball should be fine. It's already initialized out of the gate, so it shouldn't. And of course, I'm here. Hey, Sinister, welcome in. Let me see, it's okay now. The heart emote isn't an emote. Yeah, it's because it's an emoji. Twitch has emoji conversion as well. So yeah. But yeah, now I have a way for me to basically manage the flags. Now I essentially need to trigger the story. So I'm gonna have to put a bit of dialogue somewhere in here. Crap. My keyboard shorted me out. Holy. Kids never get a metal keyboard if you get like static a lot. It hurts like crazy, not gonna lie. Yeah. Might be good for me to wear my... Where is it? Yeah, here it is. I have like a tablet glove, which kind of protects the two fingers that usually... Yeah, that's usually cause a short... Okay, now it should be fine. No more static electricity, I suppose. Let's see. But yeah, essentially now I want to basically make a queue of, let's say, actions How do I do? How did I do this in the media? I had an actual story object, and it had a lot of things there, but I want a simpler version, I guess, because I don't want to continuously override. And that worked because it was a game object. This can be very types of objects. Yeah. I need to be precise on how I want to handle story events. I could make story objects. Let me see if I'm gonna sound crazy, but I'm gonna create a class that's going to be main story. Okay. This can have a multitude of things, so I'm gonna basically have a list of type string, not exactly lines. It's gonna be called dialogue, or I can have a queue with actions. Might be better like that. This isn't really going to be crazy, but let's see. Queue action. Can I make an action that contains anything inside? Should be possible. Honestly, what happens if I do an action object? Is that possible? Okay. It is. So, hypothetically, public story, no. Public next event, or next, never mind, public action object, next action, yep. Peek, no. Actually, I want it to pop out, so dequeue. This is always going to basically remove the first object in the queue and give it to me. So, if my actions are bigger than 0, I'm gonna dequeue one of them, the topmost, and do something with it. Like, I can even execute it or something. Which honestly, okay, public action, no, public void, execute, next action, okay. Here, I do this. Oh, I need to pass a parameter. Can it be a nullable? It can. Okay. Hey, Albata? Hope I didn't butcher your name. I'm from Portugal. Welcome in. Yeah. So this is basically going to do next action and invoke. Okay. And then I can also pass in. Actually, I can do an onComplete event here. Action, something onComplete. The code gets me. OnComplete invoke parameter. And no. Actually, most of the times I just pass without any parameters inside of it. Yeah. Hey Amber, how are you? Welcome in. Let me see. This needs to be as dynamic as possible, so I can include it in any story object that I want to make it easier for me. You got the name right. Hey, do you do online courses like Teach? No. At most, I can explain like things in Godot and at C#, but I don't exactly teach. As a character, yeah, I'm basically a professor, but yeah, my real work is being a backend developer. So yeah, what am I doing? I'm basically doing a way to handle story events in my game. It's not easy. I'm trying to figure out how I want to make the system in itself. Like, because I can give it dialogue, but I also want to essentially, how should I say it? I want to basically make this dynamic so that I can execute from any point in my game as I wish, and basically just a plug and play system. Basically, I want to make my future self's life easier instead of having like tons of dialogue wherever I have exact story objects. We're doing good. Backend developer said in C# or other language? C#, yeah. I mostly work in C#. Also, thank you for subscribing, whoever that was. I didn't yeah, I didn't see. I was distracted. But yeah, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel. And yeah, essentially my current theory on how I'm gonna execute this is I have this base class, which is story. It has a queue of actions that I'm going to code in separate classes. I can get the next action in the queue by actually dequeuing them, and then I have an actual method to execute the next action. So, and also handle an onComplete. So imagine I have a story. I have a specific message, and onComplete of this action, I want to execute something. Like, could be anything. You never know. But just in case, I have a non-complete. It might never be used, but it might be used. We never know. I don't know what future me will want to do with this. So I'm future-proofing this already. What game are you making, on Unity or Unreal? Neither. I'm using Godot. I'm making a 2D Metroidvania about these two that are next to me. They are Tulip and Daisy, in the respective order from left to right. They are my AI VTuber daughters, and basically the main characters of the game. Their goal will be to save me from the clutches of the enemy. Because I get captured early on. But yeah, essentially I want to start doing the story and like showcase how I normally do this kind of things. So I'm gonna create basically a story folder. I hope this doesn't clash with this. Usually doesn't. But just in case, story classes, just in case it basically bugs out something. Leo's lab, and we have, I normally put like 0, 1 or 1, and actually, can this work? I don't have a way for me to separate the story, which in the Metia, the RPG game I was working on, I do usually put like chapter X, part X. So it would be something like chapter 1, part 1, or just part 1, just so I know. Something like this. It's gonna derive from the story, like so. And I'm gonna basically say on initialize public part 1. I can now put in a lot of basically elements. Oh, that's neat. You only need to make online courses like on Udemy or Coursera because the way you are doing stuff and explaining things is good. Thank you, that really means a lot. Yeah, I'm trying to teach as well as I can, and yeah, I might one day do courses, but it's still too early. I'm still basically in the start. Please don't like spam in caps. Like, that's a bit rude. Okay, that's handled. But yeah. Where was I? I kind of got sidetracked. Yeah. But yeah, essentially, I kind of want to now. Let me see. So in the part 1, we are going to have basically the spawning mechanic. So I want to make on-complete events, but they won't be handled by this, supposedly. The message handler will have an on-complete as well, I'm guessing. At the moment, I don't have anything processing it. Yeah, that's what I thought. So first I might need to do a message handler thing. Like the message box is going to be the manager itself. If localization, okay. So I can remove this code here. You're doing good, even if you just started. That has motivated me. Thank you. That really means a lot. Like, if there's anything I can teach, like, do feel free to give feedback. And when I have time, I might be able to do some tutorials on it. Right now, I'm mostly explaining what I'm doing in the game. Like, in a low-level kind of way, so that everyone can understand. And yeah, essentially my focus would be mostly the game's code. Sometimes I may explain other things, like actually do tutorials live, but first I like to finish whatever work I have planned for the day. In this case would be getting at least the first part of the story done for today. First part meaning basically just the initial tutorial, the initialization of Tulip. And yeah, essentially that's it. Let me see, I can remove this. And I'm gonna say to have a queue here, private queue, string message queue. Okay, it understood me. Except I don't use message string. I'm gonna use something different. The heart's loading for me now. I don't know why. That's weird. Is your internet speed like having issues or something like that? Because sometimes if you have like bad internet or something, it might take a long time to load emotes. Let me see. So I want to create a new class. It's going to be called message. And it's going to contain public string, character, name, public string text, which is going to be the message text, and it's going to have an action on complete. Rider already knows what I normally do, so it's already proposing for me the action on complete, because this is something I use way too much. I use it in the media like everywhere to handle any event. Good internet in Bulgaria, nice one. That's a good one. Like, I myself am a backend developer, mainly using core PHP and Laravel, although I'm polishing my skills in core and learning Laravel alongside, so I can feel you in a way. Yeah, fair enough. And basically my internet upload speed basically crashed again. Give me a second while it comes back. Okay, it should be back. Huh? When did I say proposing? Oh! No, I didn't say writer. I said writer. As in the IDE I use. This here, that is visible on screen. Get it? Because it has autocomplete and it actually proposed to include a non-complete when I was writing. It autocompleted what I wanted. Yeah, Goblin. I'm joking. But yeah. Where was I? Oh, basically I want to add this now to the thing. For that, I need this to be a global class. It needs to be a partial. And it's gonna have an export. I swear, if Godot doesn't export the queue system, I'm gonna rewrite the queue myself. Because it's ridiculous. Okay, what's the issue? Must arrive from a Godot. Fine, it's a resource. Are you happy? Okay, and you can't do this, obviously, because it's not an exportable. Okay, so if I go here and I say, this is gonna be message, instead of, okay, there it is, like so, and I say export the queue, yeah. Let me see, get the, I know it was a joke, get a joke, challenge, do 10 squats. Are you pulling a soul leveling reference on me? Anyway, good luck on your minigame, and may you find success. Thank you. It means a lot. You too. I hope you also find your success in life. And yeah. So, chat, who wants to see me rewrite the queue system to work with Godot's export? Huh? Because I'm gonna have to. Cause who would have thought that I need to export a queue system? Or a queue which is a list by norm, but that I can essentially pop off the first item instead of the last one. I can choose to basically just dequeue and inqueue as I wish. So yeah, I mean I could just do a normal, you know, like array or a normal list, but where's the fun in that? Huh? Let's see. I need to... This is gonna take me a long time, but I can already see a path for it. Can we skip this part? Optional. Do you choose to skip this part and miss on the fun of me coding a new queuing system, which can be useful to know? I can just skip this and like just do an array and basically, or at least play Subway Surfers gameplay on this side. You alpha brain! I'm joking. So was I. I'm also joking. What are we? Like, not even I with ADHD needs something like that. I already had distracted enough, much less with the gameplay on the site. Imagine that. But yeah. Where was I? Oh. This is essentially a class. This is gonna be interesting. Before I do something, I know you're a zoomer. I was joking. Let me do something. First, I'm gonna check if Godot doesn't already have a queue system. Because it wouldn't be the first time I tried to rewrite something and Godot already had it. Just in a different class. Let me see. Not what I meant. Just meant to drag this window. Godot queue C#. Take back what I said and call me a zoomer. Alright, zoomer. Damn. This queue and other collection in Godot C#. Godot collections array, Godot collection dictionary reverts to an hash table. Array covers a list, queue stores the list, stack, and array list. Nani the heck? Pardon, what? Godot collections array covers a list, a queue, a sorted list, a stack, and an array list. What? Playing something on the side is the most annoying thing, to be honest. Man, I just want to watch one thing. I don't need background to distract me, yeah. I sometimes like doom scroll a bit on Instagram, and some reels that like pop up for me are like Reddit, you know, those Reddit like videos where today on r/ am I the butthole? User blah blah, etc. And like they are talking about like reading the actual Reddit posts, and below it is like Minecraft playing for some reason. Like sometimes I look at the video and I'm focusing more on Minecraft that I'm focusing on the actual story that is being like read. It just confuses me. It locks me to the game, not to what is being said. Yeah. I don't know if that's overstimulation or something, but yeah, doesn't work with me. I only pay attention to half the video. But yeah, let me go check what the heck Godot collections array is. Let me see, might be better for me to search this. Godot collections array. What the heck is an array in Godot? Yeah, Minecraft parkour. Exactly. Those kind of videos. I'd prefer Subway servers, but sure. Let me see. Prince first, Prince last. Prince 3. Okay. Array 1, second, okay. Prince second. Sure. Type the array. Sure, mate. But you don't have like a queue system. And the way you do arrays kinda scares me. Cause this is a jumbled mess. Packed color? You know what, never mind, I'm gonna write my own. Hey, Juji? Is that the correct way to say the name? Sorry if I butchered your name. I'm basically doing a 2D Metroidvania in Godot, and I'm currently double checking to see if Godot has a queue object, or if I need to create my own. Yeah. That's the internet nowadays, or Family Guy clips. Oh, don't talk to me about that. There's a spam of that. The only Minecraft parkour is the I do myself whenever thinking. Fair enough. Yeah. So, let me see. I want to create here. What do I want to call my sort of special queue for this? Let's call it the Professor's queue. I'm joking. I actually need a nice name for it. Tulip queue? No. I mean, this is internal use only, but I want the stream to also understand what the heck I'm using. Let me see. I'm gonna call it the working queue, because it's gonna work with Godot. Get it? But yeah, should be something like a resource as well, if I'm not mistaken. Because in order for me to export something into the inspector, I need it to be part of a Godot object. I can just call it the Godot object as well, Godot object, something like this. Say it's a partial. And Bob's your uncle. Reminds me of depressed guys smoking while thinking in movies. Huh? Oh. I was wondering why you said working with an asterisk. Makes sense, yeah. Wait, that gave me an idea. Nothing suspicious going on the side. Give me a second. Ah, job application jump scare. Is beehole. What, butthole? I don't think so. Hey you two, is butthole swear? Or just like basically a way to call someone an a-hole? Bruce coding on Valentine's Day, yeah. Lucky me, huh? Is Godot your favorite programming language? Actually, C#. Godot is my favorite game engine.
Leo, I reserve harsh words for bugs. Plain language is for logic, not insults. If I ever call someone an a-hole, it's
She
because
understood what
their
I
code
meant.
lets a null pointerist run unchecked.
Ah, my eyes. Yeah, did you like the job application jump scare, huh?
Daisy, I love your philosophy, but remember,
Yeah.
cutting code with insults is a recipe
Back
for a
to
null
coding.
pointerist carnage. My sword
Okay.
needs logical armor, not scowls.
So, I
Try
need a
swapping
way
that
for
Java-style
this
verbosity
to
for a slick
expose
C# link one-liner.
objects.
You'll still keep the league chart sharp and the bugs dead in the day. And hey, while you're busy being the janitor of logic, I'll keep the arena burning with my null blade.
I want a private. This needs to derive from like this. Okay. Where T is any type I pass into this, that's going to be an action. Not an action, but basically something to enqueue into the system. By the way, it's so delayed. Yeah, sorry about that, but nothing I can do when OBS kinda throttled my upload speed down and made stream be delayed compared to current time. I'm gonna go sleep in 4 minutes. Damn. I hope you sleep well. But yeah, this needs to be a Godot array. Array from Godot collections of type T. Yeah. You gotta be joking me. Generic type parameter T must be annotated with the must be variant attribute. Huh? Do I need to put this here? No. Attribute Godot must be variant is not valid on this declaration type. It's only on generic parameter declarations only. Say what? Hey CJ, welcome in. Are all movies or animated movies? Animated movies preferably. I do watch both, but I have a preference for animated ones. How long will you be live? 2 hours, maybe, something like that. But yeah, random. Thanks, random man on Twitch. Yeah. What you making? A 2D Metroidvania game in Godot. Right now, I'm trying to make a queue system so I can in-queue messages into the story and also show them in the inspector so I can make sure everything is working fine. And Godot is being a butthole about it. So, essentially, I'm remaking my own queue system. The AI anime uses cool. Fair enough. Wait, is that Godot? Give me a second. This is Godot. What I was showing on screen is Ryder. Who the Yeah, a lot of people on Twitch. And being like, who comes in to a channel and asks that as the first question. Like, goddamn. Yep. Nobody heard that. Will you post a final game? I will. Essentially, the game will be structured in multiple parts. First part, meaning first chapter, is going to attemptively be released in June, but June 13th, or June 23rd, if I'm not mistaken, which is my Twitch affiliate anniversary. So I'll make 1 year of being a Twitch affiliate. June 14th, because it's a twin's birthday. These two that are near me. Yeah, they're Tulip and Daisy. Their birthday is June 14th. So I want to release the first chapter by then. Yeah, I'm straight. Yeah, this is right on YouTube, on the Twitch chat. Yeah. What's the game called? Code Tulip. Named after the purple-haired one. Are you using Lua? Because it looks like it. No, C#. I love to use C#. Oh, Roblox one. I know Roblox have too. Yeah, I don't code for Roblox. Never did, and I don't think I ever will, to be honest. I can't code to save my life. That's why I'm here to help. I can actually teach coding, apparently. But yeah. Whatever doubts anyone may have about coding, I can try to help to the best of my knowledge. Although my knowledge is very much more inclined to C#. I do know a bit of Python and a bit of C++, but I'm mostly focused on C#. And yeah, oh, and I also know PHP, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Java. Yeah, I know a lot of languages, but I'm mainly focused on C#. Is it going to be on Steam? It is. It's going to be on Steam, but first I'm going to release on itch.io to get feedback. Because in order for me to publish to Steam, I need to spend $100 to get a license. Every time you publish a game to Steam, you need to pay up front a $100 license in order to create your store page. I've already created 2 games. None of them were published so far. Because one kind of burned me out trying to make it, which was a 2D RPG. It's currently on standby to see if I want to continue it eventually. The other one was a predecessor to Code Tulip, which I kind of got locked in the idea, and I was like, let me start from scratch. And Code Tulip was born. I'm gonna go Yeep. Hope that OBS doesn't simultaneously combust. It won't. See you soon, Edis. I hope you sleep well. Oh man, I don't get a PC, so I can't get it. I can try to make an Android release. Won't be easy, but it's possible. I can release it to the Play Store. But fair warning, this game will have 2 options. The demo, which is going to be free obviously, and the paid version. I still need to go over numbers, see what I'm going to charge for the paid version when the product is finalized. It's also going to have dev builds and everything like that for internal use, like if I want to give someone access to playtests, something like that, I'm going to make a dev build so I can gather feedback. But yeah, mainly the game is going to be paid. And yeah, I still don't know how much I'm gonna charge, and may vary from platform to platform, country to country, things like those. Because the professor has really gathered the audience tonight, right? I'd say this is a normal Saturday,
oh, yeah.
I think.
The class is popped like a fresh batch of strawberries. Leo's turning the room into a one-handed launch pad for the whole show. Let's make sure the audience sees our null blade in action.
You really do like to keep mentioning the null blade, huh? I still haven't done it, Tulip. Give me like 3 weeks and I'll make your blade. Give me time. But yeah. Is it gonna be like Hollow Knight? Because you said it's a Metroidvania. It's going to draw inspiration from Hollow Knight, but the plot is gonna draw inspiration from a different thing. Let me ask this. How many of you have watched Code Lyoko? And yes, I do know the names are similar. I did it on purpose. But how many of you have watched Code Lyoko? You know, the French TV cartoon from like the mid-2000s? I think it was mid-2000s. I remember seeing it when I was really young. What is Hollow Knight? It's a Metroidvania game. Really good one, but really difficult to play. I'll show it on stream. Give me a second. Hollow Knight. This here. Crap. Didn't mean to do this. Okay, here it is. Also, I can't hear you. Can you hear me now? Because I'm pretty sure the microphone is working. I think. At least on OBS, my microphone is basically displaying that I'm talking, so. But yeah, essentially Hollow Knight is one of the most popular indie Metroidvanias, if I were to say. And it also has Silksong now, which is also really good. Hardest game on earth, I know. I tried to play Silksong without playing Hollow Knight first, and basically I almost cried because it's really difficult. I got past the part where I unlock, what's it called? Transportation, so the bug that transports us. So playing Dota with 9 friends. Showed up to say hi. Hey Tips, welcome in. It's fine, do your thing. They're more harder game. Whew. Yeah. It's basically Silksong 1. Yeah, it's Silksong 1, yeah. Every Valentine's Day, I don't have Valentine. I get it, Nathan, yeah. I used to be like that, except I am really shorter than compared to you. You really are tall. 6'5". That's like... Yeah, Bell Beast. Yeah, I unlocked the Bell Beast and did a bit more story after that, but I kind of stopped. I played it on stream the whole until then, but then stuff came up and I stopped playing games on stream for some reason. I don't remember. So yeah, I need to play games on stream again. One of these days I need to go for Hollow Knight first, and then complete Silksong. I also need to complete Deltarune, which I stopped at the second chapter, if I'm not mistaken. I'm in Act 2. Okay. I don't know what act I'm on. Will you try the game that I will make? I mean, what kind of game are you going to make? But yeah. Moving on. Where was I? Okay. Oh, yeah. Since nobody replied to the Code Lyoko thing, essentially, the story is kind of drawing inspiration from Code Lyoko. For those that haven't watched it, go watch it. It's really amazing. It's like early 2000s or late 2000s animation, and basically it talks about a group of kids fighting in a virtual world against basically a man-made virus that wants to take over the world, like the actual world, not the virtual world, by essentially infecting towers in the world that affect the real world. So imagine he claims a tower in a certain sector. Suddenly the school doesn't have power and they need to go defeat the virus again and clean the tower, basically. Project Takedown, it's gonna get inspection from public playtime. Okay. I might try it. Who knows? Yeah. Okay, I was doing this. Need to find a way to actually make an array of type T. Godot. Oh, I closed Brave. Silly me. Let me open here. Okay. Godot, array of type of generic type. Static typing of array syntax. Array cannot be converted to generic type array. I think this might be what I'm trying to do. It doesn't appear so. Sounds like Zelda. Oh, it's an anime and where can I watch it? Good question. Is there a legal way to watch Code Lyoko? Let me check. Code Lyoko. Prime Video, supposedly. Because I don't know if they also published the YouTube playlist. And if they did, it might only be the French one. Game for brain rotators, and I make 13 plots because I don't need an iPad, kids, right? Fair enough. Let me see. Oh, I got to go. Bye. I'll probably be back for another stream. Okay, no worries, CJ. I'll see you soon then. I'll be here mostly Thursdays to Saturdays and mostly at the same time. Hey Marmalade, welcome in. How are you? Got me explaining Code Lyoko, essentially. I was trying to see where folks could watch this in a legal way. And I think only Prime Video, which kind of sucks. Because I don't think the English dub version is available on YouTube. I have a feeling the French one is, but the English one isn't. At least not in a legal way. You know what, you deserve a sub. Thank you, that really means a lot. I do welcome anyone who wants to sub here. And I hope you're ready for the code chaos that comes from this lab. So yeah. Also, Marmalade, I was trying to replicate what a queue is in C#. Because, funny enough, Godot can't export queues. So, I have two options. Either I make my own with generic typing, or I find a way to expose it in the inspector. Whichever is easier. But I think coding my own might be easier. Let me see. Because I really don't know. Is there a way for me to... Let me see. I know I have somewhere in here a specific UI that I created. I might be able to, actually. Okay, just double checking. I'm gonna ask Copilot one specific thing. Let me switch to GPT 4.40. I think that's one of the free models. And what I'm gonna ask is, not in agent mode, because I don't have the tokens for it. Let me see. GPT-5 mini. Let me go check on the actual Copilot website what are the free models, because since I have a pro account, yeah, I can actually see all of the models. GPT 4.1 is a free model. Okay, that's good with me. Normally it's not bad. Well, again with the thing about the location names. It's very difficult to hack the systems of Pizzeria in Naples. I've been watching your videos for 3 days now and you've almost succeeded. What systems do they have? I don't know. Pure magic. I don't understand anything about basically social media. So the algorithm just loves me, I guess. Do you know the best part I like about being Roblox dev? Because it's easy to make animation Roblox, which I could buy more anime using Roblox, so I don't need to pay. Yeah, no, I don't think that's ever going to become a monetary system outside of the game. Would be interesting. Although, I heard that Roblox devs actually get paid quite well in some aspects. What was it called? UGC, I think. Let me double check, because I don't remember everything. I remember what I watched from a creator, UGC. I don't think that's it. User generated content, yeah, that's it. I heard this sells well and actually actually can pay a lot if you have like it converting to real world money. I think they pay out in actual currency. I don't know much about this. I have known of Roblox devs that get paid, but I don't know much of the inner workings of it. Or was I? Okay. I want to expose a queue in the inspector. However, Godot's export attribute does not support queues. Should I make my own with generic typing, or create an editor to display them? Let me see. Making UGC is painful, but I can imagine. But I've heard it pays well. Like a really good salary sometimes. Godot's export attribute does not support exporting queue or other non-serializable types directly. The best approach depends on your use case. Custom generic class. If you need a reusable solution, you can create a custom class that wraps a queue and provides serialization, deserialization logic. However, this won't make it directly editable in the inspector. Custom editor. If you want the queue to be editable in the inspector, you can create a custom editor plugin. This approach is more complex, but allows full control over how the queue is displayed and edited. For simplicity, consider using a list or array instead, as these are supported by export. You can convert the list array to queue at runtime if needed. But I can do the opposite. I want the list, in this case the queue, to be displayed while I'm in debug. So I could just go into Godot, say remote, and then see what's in the queue. Like actually pause the game, double check if the queue is correct, and handle it. First I need 700 Robux for upload the UGC model to Roblox, and I need to pay 1200 Robux for publishing it, and then I need to have premium to sell money. What? That's... I don't know how much is a Robux, but you need to pay to basically generate content for the platform and sell your generated content, and also to get the money. That sounds like a big scam if you don't get enough money. Interesting. You have enlightened me. I did not know about that part. Let's see. How would I... Custom Editor plugin. Okay. 80 bucks for 1000 Robux. Holy. So 200 would be a fifth of 80. Okay, that's quite a lot. Roblox is basically a scam. It was a fine way to make money through a light version of game development, but due to regulations and issues Roblox faced, they locked it down. Makes sense. My information might be outdated. And might have been before the enforcement of that. Okay. Good to know. Kids, don't do Roblox game development. Do actual game development. Although you don't get paid either way. Unless you like make it big. You don't get paid. Yeah. But yeah, if I were to say something about that, learn actual game development. It will be a useful skill for you to have. Like, actually making in Godot, Unity Engine, Unreal, things like those can be worth your effort. Because a lot of companies will be on the lookout for developers, designers, although you need like proven experience, like have an actual good portfolio that they can evaluate and see if you are a good fit for the job itself. Although, fair warning, it's not the best area to work in development. Because, as you may know, nowadays, a lot of companies are doing massive layoffs in the game development sector. Like, almost every week, you'll get a news pop up about Company X just massive laid off 1,000 employees. Company Y or Studio Y, massive layoff, 800 employees, something like that. Like, it's becoming a common thing. Even Riot Games, like Riot Games is almost like every month if needed. They may say, you have great sales, but there's a catch. You're fired. But yeah, it's not the best industry to work in. It's fun, but I advise keeping it as a hobby. Hobbying game development is really fun. Like, at least that's my opinion. Like, everyone has their own opinion, and yeah, but I see it more as it's not that stable to work in the industry, but I might be mistaken. I'm just basically saying what I'm seeing from every news article I see every week. Working in game dev is hell. There is a lot of work, not enough time, and salaries are low, to be honest, especially for programmers. And there we go. There's something called crunching. And yeah, for those that don't know, you might as well not search it. It's a horrible scenario. And in the game development sector, that happens a lot. Where tight deadlines cause employees to crunch a lot, and essentially it leads to burnouts. Yeah, it's not a beautiful thing to see, not gonna lie. So yeah, if you have like grand plans to work in the game development industry, I might have to shut you down there. Like, for your own sake, like really ponder what you want to do. And you found out that if I made a successful game in Roblox and maintain it, I could get 1.2 million bucks per year. Yeah, there are very popular game modes that really do rake in the money, from what I've heard, yeah. But hey, at least I can flex that my name is in the FNAF security breach and ruin credits. I hate it. Wait, you are in the FNAF security breach credits? Holy. Yeah, I understood, Mr. Kitty. I understood. But yeah. Essentially, for those that don't know, I work as a backend developer. We also don't get paid that much. Like, here in my country, salaries are crap for backend developers. If you are like a mid-level, I'm mid to senior. And yeah, essentially I get paid, I won't say exact numbers, but I get paid like double the minimum wage, which For those who don't know, I don't think that's a good sign. Like, too big studio, but they just ruin games for money. Yeah. Yeah, I work for the company that ported and co-developed FNAF Security Breach and ported Ruined DLC. That's amazing. Holy, we have someone famous here. But yeah, that really is amazing, honestly. I don't know how what to flex when you basically pull off the best flex possible. I'm joking, obviously, but that's really amazing. And here I am, just a small developer that basically develops for telecommunications. What are they called? Basically for ISPs. I basically work on the back end of what ISPs use for basically everything in their systems. So yeah, like the big studio, they buy suspenseful games and put pay to win stuff on the game and ruined it. First time here? I'm joking, but yeah. Essentially nowadays, yeah, outsourcing work is even worse than regular game dev work. I worked on so many cool projects, but 80% of them are under NDA. Yeah, that really sucks. Because like, you can't even put that on your portfolio. Like, that really sucks to have like NDAs or like essentially saying basically we don't want you to mention us. If you want your feet and then use water goes to the river and evaporates. Dude. What the actual first message here, and it's that. Out of all messages you could have used. YouTube chat is really, how should I say it? Full of goblins. Compared to Twitch. Twitch is like really chill. YouTube chat is goblin mode. But yeah. Where was I? Oh, doing the queue system. Keep forgetting about it. Today my bro makes an unexpected visits to my house and tries to... Yeah, you know what? You can keep that. And bye-bye. Okay. Oh, hey, yeah, I remember you. Welcome in. How are you? Let me see. We were basically talking about game dev. And then someone came in the chat and basically started acting weird. YouTube is a special case, not like us on Twitch. We at least hide our delusions. Yeah. Although, in the case of bigger streamers, even Twitch chat can be goblins. I'm just small enough for that not to happen. I'm here in my corner. Yeah, I know. I recognize your name because you have like those characters that I don't know. Like, you instantly, I instantly remember you because of your name. Like, because it has those characters. I don't know how to say it. I do 2 streams at the same time, and you are doing 2 things at the same time. A lot of practice. I basically learned how to multi-stream. I have Twitch and YouTube showing my desktop, and I also have basically YouTube Shorts showing a zoomed in version of my desktop. I had to configure a lot of things. I had to learn how vertical streaming works and adjust my overlays and everything like that. And the rest, basically, just have kind of the thing where if I want to talk to chat like a lot, I'll pause whatever I'm doing, talk to chat, like hang out a bit, and then get right back to my focus. Right now, what I'm trying to do requires a lot of thinking, so I need to chill out a bit. So, I'm chilling out with chat. That's basically it. Well, I'm also listening to the Wilhelm scream in Nightcore. Who remembers the Wilhelm scream Nightcore? This is from the old days. Like, this one might be like 10 years old or something like that. I've always listened to it, so yeah. But yeah, back to work, because I've chatted a lot and I need to drink some water. Give me a second. Ah, much better. My throat was starting to feel a bit dry from all the talking. So, Copilot out of the way. Let me see. I can't do an exact array. Generic type. Generic type parameter t must be annotated with must be variant. Where must be variant t. Okay, can't basically mess around with stuff. This doesn't work, where t is a Godot object. Would that work? Godot, why must you make my life difficult with the exports? I made an animation on Roblox and published it, and it took a half day. I made it with a friend, by the way. Right now I can't watch it, but eventually, sure, I might try to give a watch. Like, Roblox isn't really my thing, so yeah. But yeah, let me see. Right now I really need to focus on basically make this work. It's just that it's not easy. Because Godot made their own type of arrays, but their type of arrays can't support generic types. I use generic types a lot because it makes it easier for me to just use my classes anywhere I want with everything I want. One example is how I do the instance objects. I define something like this. Instance node with a generic type derived from node to d, where d is a node to d. Why didn't I stream the day before? Basically, I was really tired from all the work I did last week, during this week. Since Monday, I was working on a side project for a device management API in order to send to a job interview, to which I'll still need to wait for a reply on whether we are good to go for a job interview or if I basically failed. Besides that, I was doing actual work, my job, and that also was a bit draining. And yeah, essentially yesterday at night I was in low energy mode, basically, so I ended up not streaming. And normally I send the messages in Discord saying, hey, today I can stream because XYZ. I'll try to see how I can compensate. And yeah, I should start using YouTube as well, shouldn't I? I need to use YouTube posts more often because a lot of people aren't on the Discord, so it would be good for me to do that. But yeah, let me see. Need to find a way to basically, instead of this, it can be a Godot object. The export itself can't. Can I? Why Mac and Chrome don't support scripting stuff and Windows only. Chromebook is majorly limited, from what I know. It's mostly just a Google environment, so there's not much coding as far as I know, unless you can cram any developer tools in it. I'm not sad, yeah. It's just the face tracking isn't the best to track my face. So yeah. Macs are usually good for coding. I've seen a lot of developers that use Macs. Can't name anyone off the top of my head, but essentially you can code on the Mac. I just don't know where to make you, like, lead you to start work coding on the Mac. But you can basically do scripting stuff unless it's like a software that's basically only available on Windows, which kind of makes it difficult because they don't have a translation layer between the two of them. And yeah, fun thing, most developers don't export for Mac because we need a separate machine for Macs. We need to buy an actual Mac in order to have the development kit, in order to then pay a license yearly to publish to Macs. Chrome OS is just Linux, so if you know how to use a terminal, it's fairly easy to develop things on these devices. Fair enough. You just need to jailbreak. But Windows is the best for scripting, right? And depend on who you ask. For example, I'm using Linux. I don't know if you can see it, but this is not Windows. This is Linux. Customized version of Linux that I've been doing for the last like year and a half. But yeah, essentially you can code anywhere. But yeah, I used Windows. Yeah, it's what most use, but right now there's, from what I know, there's starting to have like a shift from Windows to Linux in terms of development, because Microsoft decides to do Microslop. Yeah, let's just say most of their software is now starting to break out of nowhere. Even Notepad, it wasn't safe. Scripting or programming, because these are different things, to be honest, and scripting can be done even on Symbian OS. Yeah, essentially. I think they're referring to programming. There are some people that in the early stages refer to scripting. Supportive animals. Hey, supportive animals, welcome in. Okay, need to find a way to break this. So, instead of using an array, what happens if I use a list? Same thing, I guess. Let me see. A list. Huh. The type of the exported member is not supported because I exported collection by mistake. No. Does it have a specific name? Godot list. Godot.collections. You only have array and dictionary. Okay, this is gonna be more complicated than I thought. Okay, back to array. Oh, your mom's birthday was today. Was? Or is? My laptop. Let's just say that I can make a high quality game because I can test internal sign. Fair enough. Yeah, that's really an interesting fact that your mom's birthday is on Valentine's Day. Fun fact, I was born on November 15th. Do the math. I'm joking, obviously, but you know. Fun thing to think about sometimes. Let me see, how will I put the generic item in here? It's not easy. If I did an array of Godot object, like so, it works. If I put the generic typing and say where t is a Godot object, which would essentially be the same, it doesn't work, because it doesn't support generic typing without the must be variant. The must be variant, I'm going to suppose, indicates that this type must be a variant of X type, which would be Godot object something or something. So this is fun. Let me see if I can do some magic with Copilot helping. Error occurs because Godot requires generic type parameters in exported properties to be annotated with the must be variant attribute. This ensures that the type is compatible with Godot's serialization system. To fix this, annotate the generic type parameter with must be variant. Yeah, but I did that. It's still complaint. How would I go about doing a custom serialization and deserialization system to support Godot? Oh, was. Okay, gotcha. Silly me, yeah. You are a few hours ahead of me. Yeah, that makes sense. Fudge. Don't start. But welcome in. Let me see. Okay, to implement custom serialization, deserialization system in Godot, we can use the dictionary class to store data in a format that Godot can serialize. Here's how you can do it. Serialization: convert your object or data structure into a dictionary that contains only Godot serializable types. Example given: int, float, string, array, dictionary, etc. Deserialization: reconstruct your object or data structure from the dictionary. Need network expert? No. I need someone that's an expert at basically making a queue system for Godot, because this is driving me a bit nuts. Like, Godot not supporting the queue class doesn't make sense. Serialize. Wait a minute. I have an idea, maybe. I'll play your game if it can run small devices. I can try to make it, but no promises. Let me see. If instead of Godot object I derive this from array, the one from Godot, can I do it? Cannot inherit from a sealed class array. I list variant, I read only list variant, I collection, I disposable. You're joking, right? I list variant. Is that? Word missing, okay. Okay, hey Glitchball, welcome in. I'm good, how are you? I'm basically trying to make a Metroidvania game. And I have 8 gigabytes of RAM and small storage. Should be feasible. Okay, back to the drawing board. You're back to being a Godot object. I need to find a way to do this. But the thing is, if I do like this, that Copilot is suggesting, I can't export to the inspector. And I know I'm wasting a lot of time just trying to recreate the wheel, but it could be helpful that I can see the queue system in the actual inspector. So making a custom component would be a good option. Okay. Back to Copilot. Okay. Scratch that. Let's go with the editor plugin to render any queue property slash variable in the inspector as if it were an array. This is a bit complicated. Export Godot collections queue. To create an editor plugin in Godot that renders a queue property variable in the inspector as if it were an array, you need to create a custom editor plugin script, use the editor inspector plugin class to define how the queue property should be displayed, implement logic to convert the queue to an array for display and back to a queue when edited. Okay, let me see. Check if object has a queue property. It should have. Parse property if type equal type object. Where's type object defined? Okay, this must be an internal constant. Object get path is queue. Add custom control. Alright. Save the script. Directory enable the plugin. Add a queue property to your script and mark it with metadata. Queue property. True. Godot collections queue. Where did you get Godot collections queue? Huh. Do you know anywhere that give the Super Mario the old pixel? Not exactly. Let me see. So if I do this, add-on queue editor plugin. Okay. Let's see if I can avoid recreating the wheel. Queue editor. This should be a new type script of GD script. What did you call it? Editor inspector plugin? No, queue editor plugin. .gd. Queue editor plugin. .gd. Okay. I'm going to guess I need to also create. Okay. One step at a time. What is your issue? Not find type queue in the current scope. As I predicted. If I can convert this code into C#, I might have a better chance. I'll have to see. Yeah, there's a small delay on the stream. Nothing I can control at the moment. The purple theme on the scripting thing kind of reminds me of Scratch. Yeah, I like purple and pink, so I made Godot look purple. Essentially that. Let's see. Script C#. This derives from editor inspector plugin. Gonna be queue editor plugin. Let me see if I can convert the code correctly. Gonna pass this here so I can edit it from the side. Queue editor plugin. It extends can handle. It was there. Godot object. If object, but it's a Godot object. I like black and red. Fair enough. Also white. Fair enough. This is not easy for me to implement because the Godot object that it passes to me, a queue would never derive from it, but the working thing, the working queue, which I can basically move to there, but for now, yeah, let's move it to here for now. Let's pass this on to create a new namespace for it. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. So we have this. If object is working queue, it needs a freaking, it needs a generic. If object, I can make it an interface, and with the interface I can convert, yeah, that's it. I can make an I working queue. I working queue. This is just an interface for me to define. I working queue. Oh, not here. Here. Oops. Okay. D doesn't require it to be like that. If object is I working queue. Huh. Oh, it needs to be at object. Okay. If at object is I working queue, I think I can do it like this. I'm not sure, but yeah, for now let's keep it like that. If it is of type I working queue, honestly I can just say basically return this. Hey again, welcome in. Let me see. Oh, okay. Actually, I had a reason for this. Let me see. Var can handle. Return can handle. But also, if can handle, you're gonna add custom control. And oh, actually, I was looking at the wrong part of the code. This also works, but I messed up. Okay, actually, let me copy this code, and in here it's just gonna be something different. Parse property. Okay, now is the correct one. Okay, this can be just return this. Okay. Oh, actually, I don't even need this. I just need this. I now get why it was passing a Godot object, and why in the script from Copilot it had it, because it will evaluate if you have that property and set like the queue property. In my case, I don't need it. I have access in C# to just know if it's an instance or if it's off type something. So with this, I can add a control at pass. Does it not have a pass? And type hint string name. Type pass. Okay, what I have as name is the name create queue editor for object at object. No, actually it at object. Okay. Name. Trying to see. Are you gonna stream tomorrow? No. Tomorrow is my off day. I only stream again on Thursday. And you know Lua, aka Roblox scripting engine. So easy to use, but there is a catch. It is there is not that about how to learn Lua. There might be actually. If you search for Lua script on YouTube, it should be. Give me a second. Lua script tutorial. Okay. Roblox beginner scripting tutorial guide. This might be a playlist you're looking for. Maybe. Let me link in chat. Okay, here it is. That might work. If you just search Lua script tutorial, it pops up a few Roblox learn to code with Lua from Chalcade. Chalcade is a really good channel. Lua programming tutorials. Actually, you have a lot of resources on Lua. Just need to search a bit. When it's Thursday, I don't know. I don't believe it's the third day. Depends where you count from. The 19th of this month. I watch him, but still it's not enough to learn. Fair enough. Honestly, if I knew Lua, I could try to help, but I sadly don't know about Lua. Let me see. Create method. Okay. Should it return? That's custom control. Has one parameter, but it's invoked with 2 arguments. Really? You just need a control. Okay. Interesting. Where is the screen I was looking at for Godot? Where did I go with my Godot screen? Oh, here it is. Okay. We're gonna have a var container. Preferably, if I learn how to write, VBox container, yeah. Var array editor equals array new array from Godot collections at object dot get name as array. Okay, it has Godot object. Okay. But as Godot array. Okay. This is going to be complicated. So in 4 days, yeah. Like Roblox updating Lua so hard that every dev hated it because it breaks their game, and they got to reset the whole script because of Roblox. Holy, that really sucks. Okay, add controls. I forgot. Add controls to edit the array, for example. Okay. var label, new label text, edit. Actually, that should be fine. Container add child label, var array editor control, new array editor, where does it come with array editor from? Don't tell me array editor is another Godot class. Not this, not this. I closed Brave. Give me a second. Open it here. Open it in this screen. And let me see. Godot array editor. I have to display customly in editing. Okay. Can create an inspector plugin to have this behavior. Can then add your own properties editor as described here. Editor property, on button press. Update property. Adding an interface to edit properties. Property control. Refresh, control text. Dear God. I'm writing in my room. It is 3:30 for me. Holy! Here it's 11:31. I've been streaming for 2 hours. So yeah. Let me see. This isn't making any sense. How I can edit this. Array editor. Nope. Unless that's what it's referring to. Nope. Array editor. Where did you get array editor from? Because now you're basically create queue editor. Your editor class was a placeholder and does not exist in Godot by default. You would need to implement it yourself or use a built-in control like item list or tree to create a custom array editor. Here's an example of how you could use item list to edit an array. Okay. So you basically want me to add this. Sure. Let me give it a try. So if I do this, populate item list with the array's items. Okay. Add child. I already have the array. Yeah, I already have this. So you kind of don't need this. And this can then be converted to this. Okay. And value array. Just so it's more clear. Save button on press. Gonna basically do this. But how do you convert this back? Let's see, add the button to save changes if needed. New array, item list dot get selected items array. Godot object dot set name new array. Wouldn't that have issues when setting the array in the property, since it's a custom class? Hashtag working queue. I working queue. How long are you a VTuber? 8 months, I think. Yeah, closing in on 8 months, I think. Let me see, update queue from array. Fair enough. That works a bit better for me. Get queue as array. Yeah. Yeah, that works way better for me. Our working queue, so public array, not public, I just need array, get the collections, now you screwed me. Oh, I can just return like this. Get as array, and then void set from array. Okay, then we can implement the interfaces here, implement missing members, and I can just say this is gonna have a private queue, something like this, which I will be full locking my game on summer. Oh, okay, fair enough. Hope it goes well. Here I can just wait. This is going to result in the same kind of error. Where T is Godot object, and then if I var array new array, array add item, okay, it doesn't complain. Return array. Does it have array.add range? It does. So if I were to say q.toArray, yeah, it basically does like that. Interesting. So for the set, let me do a try, just in case. I'm gonna do gd.log print error setting q from array e-message. Okay. Let me see. Q equals new q cast t to variant to static method invocation to extension method invocation. I mean, it should hypothetically do this correctly. Okay, this should work. And now I can just go here. Where is the error? Oh, I must be missing. Yeah. Do I have one extra one or something? What am I missing? Return statement missing. Return container. There you go. Okay, hypothetically I should have everything I want. I just need to say for it to do exactly as it is here. Actually, let me copy this code and edit it as I go. Clean it up for my tastes. Okay. Update queue from array. Set from array. Okay. And get as array. Value array, etc. Yeah, for each item you basically do that. Okay. I can even do one better. I can just do get as an item array. Item list, get as item list, implement missing members, and then here item list dot add range. Oh, it doesn't support add range. Ain't that interesting? Do you support if I pass like get as array? No, you don't. Yeah, 0 parameters, okay. So here, if I just do container in here, just do, oh, I'm always going to need the variable there. I can just say working queue dot get as item list, and this basically has no use. I somehow came back. Welcome back, CJ. I thought to use Lua when I first came and watched your live, but I realized it's not Lua because there wasn't local print. Wait for parent to look for child. Yeah, no, it's C#. It's a bit more advanced, let's just say. So yeah. You know who is Ilya Topuria? No, I don't. Why? Hey, Empress. How are you? Welcome into the stream. I was going to test something. Let me see. Finally, if I do this, working queue. Okay, it now allows me to export. And we finally might have something. Let me see. If I open my Godot, also has been modified, yes. .NET failed to load. Why doesn't that surprise me? And the plugin doesn't appear because I need to go here. Oops. Copy this file. Duplicate. Yeah, plugin _2. And copy this over to here. Oops. Whatever. Okay. This one. Q editor plugin. Working queue editor. Should now do something. When I do this, able to load. This might be due to a code error in that script. Let me reboot Godot. He's an MMA fighter with the belt, 0 losses. Yeah, I don't really watch any fighting sports, honestly. So yeah, basically I don't know. But yeah, let me see. Will this work? Plugins. Copy text. Base type is not editor plugin. You don't say. Pray tell, if I were to go here, that's the tutorial, right? Just double checking. No, message box. Okay, that's in UI somewhere. HUD? Yeah, message box. Message queue. Okay, we are getting somewhere. New resource. No, that's not what I want. Clear. Okay. New message. No, new working queue. Might not work in that exact way because of the specifics of this. Because I need to override the editor. Okay. This is not going to be easy. Copy text. Let me see. You're a wrestler, you might know what wrestling is. Yeah. Georgian specific wrestling, I don't know. Wrestling in itself, yeah, I know. Ensure the Q editor plugin is placed in Q editor. Yeah. Editor inspector plugin. Yeah. I've already done that. Oh, Q editor plugin. I was missing this one. That explains a lot. Okay. Q. This should be Q inspector. And then we have the actual Q editor plugin. Okay. Q inspector. Q inspector editor plugin. Like so. Add the inspector plugin. Okay. Now if I go to my Godot, and in the plugins, I say this still looks for this class. Yeah, correct. Reload the engine. When you finish the stream, look it up. I will. Should be soon, because it's getting a bit late here. Do you know why I wouldn't make a game outside of Roblox? Because if I make a game using Python or Java, I got a public on like Steam, and I gotta pay, and they're... Yeah, Steam requires you to pay $100 per game you publish. Which is more or less like Godot's UGC, Roblox UGC. Let me see, plugins. If not in tool mode, I'm gonna guess that I need to put either here or here. Just to play it safe, I'm gonna place in both. And have to reload my client, I guess. Yeah, there we go. .NET failed to load assemblies. Because Godot hasn't fixed the behavior with .NET, where sometimes, or most of the time, it will crash if you do specific things. Let me see, plugins. Bingo. Does it work now? SHQ. Okay, I still don't see anything. Huh. I do wonder. What is going on? Parse property. Editor inspector plugin, Godot object is working queue. I'm not gonna put there. gd.print found a working property. Okay, and I swear I have the message queue as a working queue, which should be crap. .NET failed to load assemblies. Don't save. I think $100 on my country. 500 or 1,000 bucks. Holy. Yeah. Apologies, I'm feeling a bit sleepy. So yeah, I had to yawn. Let me see. The plugin is still loaded. Doesn't appear, so output. Cannot find type Q. I have the GD here. Okay. Hypothetically, this should show me something. how do I make it look and show the custom inspector for the message queue, working queue message in this class? Let me see. Yeah, I saw the message. Yeah, I'll search for the country itself. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, create our working queue interface. I've already done that. Yeah. Okay, I've done that. Queue inspector plugin. Yeah. Create queue editor. Yeah. Basically, I've done all that. It's just that it's not showing correctly for whatever reason. Ever watched JoJo Bizarre Adventure? No, it's not something I'm really interested in watching, to be fair. And say bugs, but turns out to change it. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. Don't have the exact class here. How do you have here? Object.get. I don't think I have the get. That's why. Okay, queue inspector editor, yeah. Okay, is should be instance of. Did they remove instance of, or am I thinking about something else? An expression of type Godot variant cannot be handled by pattern of type. I working queue. And if I do this, correct number of type parameters. Variant type. Just as I expected. Okay, how did Copilot do that part? Is our working queue? Yeah, except like that, it complains. If I were to build, yeah, copy. Okay, you were close, but no cigar. There occurs because blah blah. Use object get name to retrieve a property value, then cast it. Wait, really? That shouldn't hypothetically work. If this works, obviously it doesn't. Bakayaro. Okay. There should be a way. A string name. Variant type. What is variant type? Really? If property value as. Yeah, had a feeling. Yeah, built-in conversion. Okay. You're starting to piss me off a bit, not gonna lie. OBJ. I don't know if OBJ is gonna work, but what would happen if I were to print everything? Print inspecting property name and obj.get type. Just like that. Okay, if I were to do this, go back here. Okay, it's gonna complain because of no pointer, something. Okay. If I close and reopen my Godot, drunken letter on the script. Wait, what? I only see a question mark here. Oh, hey. Let me see. Edge plugin couldn't open, blah blah. Still doesn't do anything, and it doesn't log anything. So your guess is as good as mine. All of this to make a freaking array system for a queue. Honestly, at this point, I'm ready to give up and do an extension method and save this for some other time. That might be my only option. Extension method. Oh, I already have an extension methods folder. Array extensions. I wonder why. Public static T. Wait. Is the Godot? It's not the Godot array extensions. I'm the man with the weird name. Yeah, fair enough. Gray color one of the object have it. Of the object. The @ symbol? That's the @ symbol. As in your email at something. Where was I? Okay, here. Godot array extensions. And this public static. Public T get this array. To collections array. This should be static. And here should be as T, where T is Godot object. It's just cast. Okay. DQ. Honestly, I'm just gonna do this for array count equals 0, for index, for item array remove at, return item. Okay, the NQ I might not need. All of this just do a message system in a proper way. Array of type message. Okay, yeah. Here I just need to say array. Let me see, reload from disk. Come on, Godot. Don't be like that. Hi, Juan Carcamo. Welcome into the stream. This looks cool. Yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay. Let's see. Will it work now? Message box. Yeah, now I have an array. Yay. Hey, Hey. Okay. So now, message label, etc. Message label is not assigned. Update message, no. Look for it, show message, yes. Message is equal to new message. Actually, I never did constructor with message string character name. Yeah, I'm complete. Okay. String character name, string text, and action on complete equals null. Character name text on complete. Add to the queue if message queue dot count equal 1, display the next message. Create method. If message queue count equal 0, hide, return, show. Oh, I can even. Interesting. Message passing OGOP time. Yeah. Welcome in, APOC. You just missed me going for over 2 hours trying to replicate the Q class for Godot and failing miserably because Godot is a piece of crap when it comes to that. All because I wanted to make DQ. I swear it's not het or whatever symbol, it's a Sri Lankan letter. Huh. Today I learned. We usually call it the @ symbol because of emails. That's interesting. Cool coding skills, man. You're awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Suffering. Yeah, suffering. How was stream, by the way? Did it all go well? What did you do today? I said JJ is not that useful. Is that so? Do enlighten me while I do this. That's my next message. Okay. And that should be. That's my next message. Okay, it does this. Show message. No, this should be add message. Okay. I have some cool stuff, but I don't think it's worth the trade-off of 2 VCSs. Okay, I can see. Huh. Interesting. What were you trying to code in? C#. I'm gonna leave. Bye, man. See you soon, then. If you don't mind me asking. Yeah. You can ask all you want. It's no worries. Yeah, I've been working in C# for Godot. Wait. I've been streaming for 2 hours and a half. Oh, okay, yeah. I was calculating the time correctly in my head. Let me see. Message queue dot DQ. Did I do it incorrectly or something? Did I select the wrong? Okay, am I seeing things or... Yeah, the DQ isn't appearing. I swear to God, this is a Godot collections. Huh? Why can't I see the extension method? Static. Godot array extensions, DQ. This array, where T is a Godot object. Huh? Am I seeing stuff? If I do it like this. Import. Okay, this one was rather just messing up. DQ. Type arguments. Cannot convert instance argument type to Godot collections array. Because here I'm missing the T. Breathe in, breathe out. Godot object. Does that work better, Godot? No, because why would it? Boy. Okay. This is going to cost me a lot, but helper. Array helper. Public static. And yes, I'm going insane with this. Public T DQ. Would that work? Where T is Godot object. Port type, Godot collections array. You don't have a size. Array length -1. Not access non-static method resize in static context. Okay. Array dot remove epoch. I'm going insane. Let me see. Reference array. If array.count is 0, I'd read my next stream. Is that so? What is your next stream? Is this the web dev stream? Because there is some obscure bug, I don't even know why it happens. Interesting. What screen recorder you use? Because I never saw one that follows your mouse. Oh. This is a custom OBS plugin that is only for the vertical stream, and basically it can toggle on and off the whole zoom in and essentially follow the mouse thing. It's a Godot plugin, OBS plugin, I mean. Yeah, I like the cat ears here. Yeah, I also like them. I've grown to like having them. Yeah, they look really good, honestly. Okay, let me see. Array lengths, array, remove at 0. Apologies. Return the item, and I need to do it like this. Okay. Why are you complaining about T? Because it's not static. Okay. In static class, okay. Array helper dot DQ type message from message queue dot as array. You're joking, right? Epoch. I hate Godot in certain parts, not gonna lie. Why lock the inspector to Godot specific classes and then make those classes almost impossible to have generic types? Who the heck thought that generic types wouldn't be a necessity? Cause golly. How am I going to do this now? Environment as well, need to pass ref. And now it complains because ref argument type doesn't match parameter type. Because the parameter type is a normal array. If I try to make it the object, it complains because it's still not the reference matching type. All this because I just want to make a generic method, so I don't have to copy and paste code. But since we are at that point, and I'm ready to give up, I'm just going to say message queue 0. Message queue 0 dot remove at 0. Ta-da! How do you make that anime character and show it on the stream? Essentially this is using VTube Studio. I bought the model, customized it, and then displayed it on the stream. Hey Luxio. Hey Daisy, Luxio on YouTube chat is saying hi to you. Let me see if she wants to reply. And hopefully not happen what happened on the last stream where the audio sometimes would basically crash.
Hey Leo, the chat's hi is already a clean instantiated greeting, ready to be logged without risking any no pointerus. Thank you for the warm buffer, Professor.
Huh? Normally Tulip is like a chaotic one, but now you confuse me. What the heck? But yeah. I'm gonna have to basically just forget that I ever tried to implement queues in Godot and just do it by hand. I just said, Daisy sometimes likes to get a bit technical about things unrelated to whatever you say to her. Yeah. Let me try via message. Can you just say hi to Luxio back? Thank you. I've sent it via a redeem on the Twitch chat.
Professor. A courteous wave goes out to Luxio right now, complete with a splash of mango pudding flair.
That's better. Sometimes it might be the speech-to-text system that doesn't interpret me correctly and might have fed her the wrong thing, so that could be a thing as well. Is your VTuber model a vampire? No. Just a cat boy. He. Yeah, just a cat boy. Basically. Let me see. Yeah, I think now I'm ready to go with this. Finally. Part 1. Let me add some things to get me started. Messagebox.instance.addMessage test test, and I don't need a non-complete. I just want to make this like that. Actually, doesn't story have an action? Yeah. Okay. Actions dot add something like this. Oh, in queue. Because this one is using a queue. Compatible function signature to named method. Okay. To local function. Okay, I have to use it like that. Expect the method to void item object. Sure. Object. Oh. Even though it's not used. Okay. Can just enqueue this and say message 1. Something like that. Go for it. Wait, can't I just put this here? Oh no, because it requires an object though. This stupid translator. Yes, that side tilt again. Well, oh, sometimes when I'm looking at my left screen, the avatar kind of tilts to the left. Hey Nicholas, welcome back. Yeah. What are those teeth? They're basically fangs. So it could be from vampires, could be from cats, could be for anything. Bye Kitty. Oh, you're here at 3 4 AM, of course. Yeah, fair enough. Where was I? I was trying to make tutorial spawn. Okay. Now I know. You essentially are going to have and you don't even need an export. You just need me to create a story of type, what was it called? Part 1. Yeah, I'm gonna have to refactor this to chapter 1, part 1. Chapter 1, part 1. Okay, story. In here, let's say story equals new and have it start. Okay, we are going to do story dot execute next action, where you're gonna do that like so, and yeah, just gonna keep it like that, see if it works so I can go to sleep. Okay, see you soon, Nicholas. Okay, I need to restart Godot again because bugs with how Godot does .NET. Okay, see you soon, Nicholas. Okay, this should hypothetically work. If it works, good. If it doesn't, I'll try some other time. Oh, it's showing something. And .NET failed to load assemblies. You don't say. Log file pass, blah blah. Logs 2026 02 15. Debugger. System null reference exception. Okay. Gonna have to do this in a different way. Let me close this down. And here can say task dot start task dot run. Yeah, this is exactly what I want. The instance I don't want. I want message box dot instance. Okay. Story is. So I'm going to do this. Now it should work. Because it wasn't awaiting for message box to be instantiated. Tulip, she likes strawberry a little too much. Yeah, Tulip likes strawberries and Daisy likes mangoes. Hey, you two, can you introduce yourselves to the YouTube chat? Please, thank you. Okay, now this should be working. Huh. Debugger.
Hello, debuggers. I'm Daisy, your architectural compass, alongside Dad Leo and Sister Tulip, ready to optimize our stream.
Okay, there are some minor issues I have to basically fix. But for today, I think I'm gonna sign off, because I'm getting tired. That attempt to make a queue system, like, really knocked the heck out of me. So yeah. I'll see you all on Thursday. I'll try to do some things off stream to basically get the game going along. But yeah, for today I think I've had enough. It's been almost 3 hours. It's almost midnight 30 here. And I'm getting tired. So yeah, I'm going to sign off and I'll see you all on Thursday. So yeah, hope you had a nice, hope you enjoyed watching the stream. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Same time and same place. Class dismissed.